Hello and welcome once again. I hope you are keeping well, staying safe from coronavirus, and also learning well. And if you are following all the instructions that are given at the end of the episode, you must have become little expert on solar systems. So far we have learned about the power, energy, electricity bills, solar systems, solar panels and batteries. Today I am going to tell you one more component which is really very important component, the heart of the system, is electronic management of a solar system. So let's get started. I mentioned about the DC and AC currents or DC power and AC power. Before I go further, let me share a small story about what is called the war of currents. In way back in 1880s, when the first time electricity came in use, you will be surprised to know that people were using DC current or DC power. The DC current was promoted by Thomas Edison. But there was another scientist with the name Nikola Tesla, and he was trying to promote AC current or AC power. And there was a lot of argument and discussion what should be utilized. And we all know that the Nikola Tesla won the war, and finally the world shifted to use AC current or AC power. And that's why since then till today, we mostly in the world have been using the AC current. Well, the AC current won the war because there was a need to generate the power and transmit to very long distances, hundreds of kilometers, thousands of kilometers, as we do today in the centralized power plant. The coal power plant generates power and then it is transmitted hundreds and thousands of kilometers. So when you want to transmit long distance, then alternating current or alternating power, AC power, is a good power. But hello, we are discussing solar power generation, that too on our own homes. And if you are doing that, if you generate power on our rooftops, our own homes, you do not need to transmit it. And if you do not need to transmit it, then you don't need to use AC. You can actually use DC because DC power is better in many ways. Suppose we are charging batteries of our mobile phone. Now when you are charging battery, you are supplying power to the battery. And I told you that the battery stores power in the form of DC. And therefore that little box that you get with your mobile charger, what it does, it converts the AC power available in our house into a DC power. So the inverter does the reverse function. It converts DC into AC, and the battery charger does the opposite function. It converts AC into DC. The irony is that there are many appliances which use DC power in our house. For example, all our mobile use DC power, all our electronics use DC power. Our LED in house use DC power. So suppose you are using a solar system already, there is an inverter. Look what is happening. So you are using solar panel generating DC power, you are using battery storing in DC, then you are using inverter to convert into AC. And if you are running an LED in your house, because LED runs on DC, there is another small circuit sitting in the LED bulb that converts its AC back to DC again. And if you are doing all kind of AC to DC, DC to AC conversion, then what is happening? You are losing power at every step. You are losing efficiency at every step. That's kind of a disaster. So because in our solar system, we do not need to transmit power very long distances, I think the time has come to reverse the history. The history is changing again. To change the history, and I strongly recommend that when it comes to solar power, we should all start using the DC power and DC appliances. And I'm going to talk to you more about the DC appliances in the next episode. And I will discuss each and every appliances, fan, TV, washing machine, how they are available in the DC form. So I told you about one type of electronic management system that gives AC power as an output, So there is another type of electronic management system that gives DC power as an output. And when it is giving DC power as an output, it is very clear that all your appliances are DC based, which means that your fan is DC, your TV is DC, your LED, electronics anyway DC. So this kind of electronic management systems are called controllers, or the charge controllers, or there are various names of these controllers are available. What it will do, it will take a DC input from panel and battery, and it will give out a DC output to the appliances. What are the technical specifications? The technical specification is same, how much voltage and current it can take. Voltage multiplied by current is power, so how much power it can take in, and how much voltage and current it can give out. And voltage and current is power, so how much power it can give out. And the exercise remains same, that you add the DC power of all your appliances, and that much power your charge controller should be able to provide. The charge controller will do many functions here. One, it will take maximum power from your solar panels, it will make sure that your battery is protected, and it will make sure that right voltage and current is supplied to your load. So the efficiency of DC based electronic management system is higher than the inverter or the AC based system, because there is not much conversion that is taking place inside, and therefore you can get the efficiencies as much as 85 to 95%. And also they are cheaper as compared to the inverter based system because they are simpler. So when it comes to the solar powered DC house, then everything is DC. Your solar panel is generating DC, your battery is storing in DC, and your loads are utilizing DC power or DC current, and therefore there is a whole kind of harmony and the synchronization within the whole system. As a result, the system will perform better, will be more efficient, and will be more cost effective as well. Alright, that's it from this episode. I hope you learned a lot. Do this homework that I'm giving every time. Make sure that you do this calculation at home and put them as a comment. So in the next episode when I come, I will talk about the appliances, the AC appliances and the DC appliances, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of using both kind of appliances. Alright, till then, take care. Subscribe to this channel. Click the like button, press the bell icon so that you can get the notification. I really request you to spread this so that everyone can learn the basics of solar system and we get a beautiful green planet. Thank you very much. Bye bye.